Hello, welcome back to Island Gear Review. This is Sal. Today's video is going to cover backpacks for the top brands: Stone Glacier, Mountain Exo, Kifaru, and Mystery Ranch. So if you're in the market for getting a new pack for the season, definitely watch this whole video. I'm going to try to break it down all the bags, the frames, waterproof options. All these bags are designed to carry more weight than I can, so when it comes to picking your bag, definitely look at the gear you have. Do you have the lightweight, count your ounces type of gear, or do you have bigger, bulkier items? Help you point yourself in the right direction. At the end of the video, I'll let you know which ones I'm keeping. I'll be selling 2 of the 4. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and check out my other videos. Thank you for watching. So this video is going to show you comparisons to lightweight gear to heavier, bulkier gear. So when you're looking to buy a bag, it's definitely do some research. Look at your gear that you're going to use, that you own. Are you do you have heavier, bulkier synthetic gear? Like for example, Lost Park Parka jacket and pant compared to the QU Super Down Pro jacket and pant. This is probably the size of the jacket. Sleeping pad. This is a small. This is a long. So rain gear, Yukon rain gear, M5. If I tried hard enough, I could get that down even smaller. Sleeping bag, QU 15 degree long, Kifaru slick bag. So there's a little bit of size and weight penalty to both. You know, this is a QU Storm Star 2-person 4-season tent, and it's a little bit heavy in itself. But if you look at the shelter, the option from Kifaru Sawtooth, this is the sawtooth and the 2 sides of the liner. 18-inch cylinder stove and center pole, secondary pole, and tent pegs. So when you're looking to buy a pack, look at your gear, consider what you're taking. Are you counting your ounces? Are you going in and taking synthetic, down, whatever? All right, but starting out with the Stone Glacier Sky Guide 7900. As you see here, I have it in the bivy mode, so it can be used as a day pack, or it can balloon out to 7,900 cubic inches, used for your extended trips. I've taken this on a goat hunt, end up coming out with the black bear instead. I had over 100 pounds easily in this, and it carried the weight very well. Excellent design. What I really like about the system is the independent load shelf. It holds the weight up higher up on your back and separate from compressing the bag over it. So that's a very cool feature. It's very well thought out. It's definitely tall and slim. It's meant to go getting through the alders and stuff before you get into the subalpine. I have it on the X-Curve frame here, 26-inch stays. I find it very comfortable. The shoulder straps are easy to adjust, held in by Velcro. If you have any worries about that, check out their video. They did a video where they put 500 pounds in the bag with no issue. The waist belt is a little small. It is very comfortable. It has some room for adjustments on the lumbar pad. As for the material of the bag, it's 500D Light Plus fabric and X-Pack on the back of the bag to prevent the blood from soaking into your gear. I really like this bag. I have the Sky Guide 7900 and their Solo 3600. I use that for more of my day hunts or weekend hunts. This is definitely meant for, I'm going to use it when I do extended hunts. So the lid here is just one big pocket here. I have my rain cover in there. And as you see, you can balloon it up to 7,900 cubic inches. I did upgrade their buckles to the auto lock buckles. I don't like slide locks. I prefer auto locks. Moving on to the side of the frame bag, I have a built-in spotter scope pocket. I fitted a Vortex 80mm spotter, and I use a 65 Swarovski in there, no issue. Moving on to the front, they have 2 compression straps. They have a pocket here for your tripod, which I really like. You put your leg in your tripod and you lash it down with the straps. Very well thought out. A beaver tail pocket. Have 2 of their swing outs. good for getting stuff on the trail. This is big enough for, I put my rain gear in here. It could fit QU Yukon, but now I'll be using like Stone Glacier M5 rain gear in there. It'll fit no issues. So it's designed so on your right side you can put your butt of your rifle in here and tie that down. Have your tripod on the back, your spawn scope here. So when you do load this up and you use the pockets as they're designed, it definitely helps balance the load. As for the waist belt, I have their tall pocket on the right side, big enough for a Garmin InReach headlamp, and I got a smaller one here. And it would be good for little tiny items you need on the trail. I got some tape, flagging tape. What I really like about this Stone Glacier system is the load shelf. It's definitely one of the best. As an independent shelf that you can expand and put your meat in between the bag and the frame, and then sandwich the bag on top. It holds the weight nice and high up on your back, prevents pressure on the lower lumbar. And there's a top access here, and then there's a horseshoe zipper. So you open that up. You have multiple lashing points for your swindle pockets. As you see here, there's the X-Pack material on the back. Helps from blood getting into your bag and soaking it up. This is one of my favorite packs. Definitely, this thing is bomb proof. It'll definitely carry whatever you want. And I'll show you detaching the bag. This is one of the easier systems to use. So you detach your load lifters and they're nice, they easily come off. All your side compression, both sides. And then there's a internal slide lock on the back side of the bag. You loosen that off on both sides. And the bag comes off the frame. So you have X-Pack material on the back of the frame and on the back of the bag. So here's your load shelf. Take this out. As you see, it comes out and you can tighten it up. And it definitely helps keep the weight up here where it needs to be. And then your old load lifters connect these from the top of your frame, go to your old load lifters, and then on the back of the frame you connect your new ones. So, and then you sandwich the bag as tight as you can, work your way around. It holds the weight very well. The frame is flexible this way, but can hold definitely a lot of weight. There's 4 stays, 2 going crisscross and 2 on the vertical on the outside. They definitely made some improvements to their frame. They had issues in the past, but definitely fixed that. There's no problem with heavy loads with this bag. As for the shoulder straps, they're held in by Velcro. It's very easy to adjust, very comfortable. Fits me perfectly. If you have lighter gear, down sleeping bag, smaller shelters, and have your stuff dialed in, I'll definitely look at the Stone Glacier. I have both synthetic and down and biggie bulkier insulation. It would be tough if I go fill this up with the heavier gear I have. It'll be really maxed out, but I do have the option to use lighter gear, so definitely keep that in mind. Excellent option, lifetime warranty. I believe their bags are made in the US material or assembled. Definitely check into that. Great option for any mountain hunt, day hunt. All right, moving on to the Mountain Exo. I got it in the K3 4800. Got it in the multicam. This is on the Spider K3 Spider frame. What I really like about this is the frame. It can move with you, move with your body. It's definitely excellent design with that. I carried out a black bear last season with this. So going over the details, it adds a lid with 2 pockets. This is good for small items. And the second one is, it's a very good sized pocket. It has a swing out pocket. The lid is detachable. Take this off. So now this is a roll top lid. This is the only bag that I have that has a roll top. So as you see, it's kind of similar in design as a Stone Glacier. It's slim and tall. And the roll top is actually pretty good where you can definitely manage the size of your frame, the bag. This is a neat feature here. They have a water bladder sleeve that's on, can access it through the top of the bag, and it goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag here, as you see. It's good just in case if your water bladder breaks or if you have wet gear you want to separate from the rest of your stuff. It's a nice waterproof material. Has a little Velcro tab here that you can connect your water bladder. Only thing I find is if you definitely have to put your water bladder in first once your bag is full and you can barely get your arm in there. So definitely keep that in mind. As a hose port. And right here. Move around to the sides of the bag. So these side compression straps are sewn in on an angle, so once you compress it, you pull it up, it's actually pulling the bag up, which is a very good small feature that some of the other bags never thought of. They have a stretchy analogy pocket on each side. It is a strain to get your arm back there once you're hiking, but it definitely fits any analogy ball that you want. So you have that on both sides. And you have torpedo pockets here. As you see, it goes down to the bottom of the bag. These are good for spawn scope and tripods. They are open on the top. They do have a drawstring closure to kind of keep debris out. So I use it for my spawn scope, tripod, walking sticks, and my Spartan bipod. Moving on to the front. Has a smaller stretchy pocket, and for the 4800 they went to a beaver tail. So Stone Glacier and Exo are the ones with the beaver tails. You open up the bag. I got their dry bag here. And there's a couple locations for your swindle pockets. There, as you can see the back of the bag has a waterproof material, and back of the beaver tail has one mesh pocket there for small items. I do have their gun cradle system here, so you can extend this down, put your butt of the gun in there, and then attach it with your compression straps. This is an excellent option. I find it the frame is one of the more, I don't know, it moves with your body the most. I think it's due to the design. Only issue I have is they don't have options for auto locks, so they come with slide locks. Last time I checked on the website, they didn't have an option for that. And the shoulder straps are very comfortable. They're held in with Velcro and this loop or metal connection on the back here. So to move that in between these tabs, you have to make sure it's pushed up and then massage that back in. I find it very comfortable. They definitely have like a little give when you're hiking. You can definitely feel it. The waist belt is comfortable. It's a little small. As you see, it's very flexible. The lumbar pad is a nice size. I just find it to be a little too soft for my personal preference. The belt pocket accessories are easy one-handed access. Have that on both sides. How you attach your accessories is this 2-inch strap goes around this, and then Velcro's on the back of itself. It's kind of weird to put it in, but I can understand why they designed it like that. So if you put it on the outside, it could kind of ripped off, but just a little finicky to put on. Detaching the bag, you don't have to unhook your load lifters. So they went through a Velcro system on the top here, and you take that off. I already had the side compression straps undone, so the bag comes right off your frame. As you see here, you have two independent straps that you can actually use for your load shelf. So you can tighten down the load to your frame and then sandwich your bag on top. Similar to, it's kind of nice as independent straps for that. As for the frame, it comes up and then around, and there's a contour for your neck there. This right here is definitely very, very flexible. And there's a lot of, I guess, you can customize your frame. So it's held in by this Velcro here. You pull it out, and as you see, there's some inserts, metal inserts here. So if you put the shorter one in there, you have a longer frame. You pull it out, flip it over, put the longer one in, you have a shorter frame. So I find that I don't mess with it. I keep it at the long. So that's kind of cool. It's the only one that can do that. So basically, the frame is held to the waist belt by Velcro. The lumbar pad is held in by Velcro. And the hip pockets right here have a micro adjustment right here. I never play with it, but it's you can hear that Velcro. You can take that off and move it. And there's a red stitch line there that gives you kind of like the limit of it. What I don't like about this is when you have the bag on the frame, you tighten it down. Due to the design of it, I find it still shifts, especially with heavier the bag gets, it's more noticeable. The side compression right there is minimal in length. Like, this is going to the outside of the bag, so if you are coming out with a full bag and some meat in between your bag, this is going to be tight. These straps here are big enough to go over pretty much whatever you can carry, but the design of this going to the outside of the bag, I wish it was a couple inches longer. And but all in all, this is a very excellent design. Their dry bag, as you see, is very long. Sorry, there's an ambulance going by. So this is the K3 4800 waterproof option, I guess. Most bags have flies. They went to an internal dry bag, so they have clips on the bottom that lock into the bottom of the frame, and they have Velcro and a clip on the top to keep it in place, which I find is unique. I would rather not have my bag material get wet, and then it would definitely hinder the access, like the horseshoe zipper be almost useless if you have all your stuff in your dry bag, but it's definitely a good option. All right, moving on to the Mr. Ranch Metcalf. So this is new for this is a new Guylite MT frame here. Material is 500D light plus fabric. They use SJ Autolock buckles, YKK zippers. They went to a 5-piece segmented waist belt for this year. It's very comfortable. It fits my body pretty good. What I really like is their yoke system. Here, I'll show you that. Loosen these up. You open up the back here, you pull this plastic sheet out, you push it down, and you can adjust your torso length very easily. Once you get it to where you want it, massage that in, and then put this back into the pocket. So I think it's a very unique system. It fits perfectly. Shoulder straps are comfortable. The only thing I find is this big surface area doesn't give a lot of area to breathe, so I sweat a lot with this pack. It saturates with sweat. Waist belt is very comfortable, nice, soft. Going into the bag, they have a lid here. It's just a simple 2 pockets, big enough for stuff you need on the trail. Be a stretch to get rain gear in there, depends on what kind you have. The lid is removable, so 4 buckles there, and then that comes off. They have 2 over-the-top straps here that's good for tying down antlers, heads. It's a roll top lid, drawstring closure, which is nice. And they have 2 side compression straps on both sides, 2 on the back and 2 on the bottom here. So this has side access on the right side of the bag. Nice full zipper, you can access the whole bag. I have their Zoid Swinnow pocket. This is one of their bigger accessory things for the pack. They do have Nalgene pockets on both sides, and the side compression can go through the pocket, so not interfering with what you have in there. It is a stretch to reach behind you and pick it out while you're hiking. Size-wise, it's good for a day bag. It's good up to a week or even longer. If you want to run your shelter on the bottom outside the bag with these straps, even going as far as putting your food inside your load shelf. So it's a very comfortable bag. I find that it secures the load very well due to the design of the frame, and I'll show you how to detach the bag from the frame. So this Guylite MT frame has a buckle in the back there. I have all the side compressions off, and they have 2 buckles on the bottom pulling down the bag on the frame here. So take those out. 1 second, and the bag comes off. So it's very easy. Here's the frame here. So it has 4 vertical stays, a couple horizontal. So as you see, it's very flexible. It's probably just as flexible as the Exo frame. What I find is when you keep the meat or the load higher up, because this load shelf goes right to the bottom. If you have it too low, it's going to create a lot of lumbar. I'll show you that in a second. Pressure points on your lower lumbar. So keep it above here, sandwich the bag, tighten the bag down tight. And due to the frame, this will kind of bring it in a bit. It'll create constant tension on the bag to the frame, so it really holds it very secure and it helps stabilize the load even when it gets really heavy. So when I was talking about the load being too low, if you look on the bottom here, this design, you'll feel that pressure right here on your lower lumbar, like it transfers right there. So keep that in mind, keep it higher up. And as you know, Mystery Ranch is a lifetime warranty. I don't think this is made in the US. I think they outsourced it. I think the military line is still made in the US, but this is not. It's 100% lifetime warranty, very good product. Suspension is great. It's like a suspension built off the frame. It's the only one of that design. The only cons I have with this is this doesn't breathe as well, and if the load is too low, it creates a lot of pressure, but it's the same with any other pack system. They do have MOLLE on the waist belt here. I have their bear spray accessory pocket. Other than that, another good thing to this is you can buy this at retail locations, so you can try it on before you buy it. It comes with web keepers, it comes with auto lock buckles, it comes with you put a bladder in there, so they have this little tab loop here, you put it through your bladder back to itself. So they come with all the little things that you need out the door, so you don't have to buy it like some of the other brands. It's a very good option, day hunts, weekends, up to 10 days if you pack right, and it's very comfortable. Excellent option. Moving on the Kifaru. This is the Kifaru Fulcrum Ranger Green. I have it on the duplex light frame. I have their hunter frame as well, and this duplex light is about a pound lighter and just as comfy or comfier. What I really like about this pack, for instance, is it's very can go down to a day bag, which I have it set up for, or it can balloon out to like a 7,800 cubic inch bag for extended trips. So I'm gonna break this down. I have it loaded up just for Spring Bear. I went out this weekend, so I got Stone Glacier M5 jacket, inReach, a little toque. This is my glassing setup, and I got a neck gaiter. So this guide lid is removable. Take that off here, and it has a pocket on the back here. Good for maps. They do have different types. This is the guide light. This is the guide. They have another one, just a guide lid, just one big pocket. So they have two Batwind pockets, kind of. So this one I keep my insulation in and my rain gear pants. So I got the Stone Glacier M5 pants, the QU. What's the name of this? QU active insulation. On the other side I have a Swarovski 65 HD spot scope. And they have 3 compression straps that just go to the wind pockets, so, which is very unique because it only compresses this, doesn't compress anything in the pockets. And on the back side they have this stretchy pockets. This one has a Outdoorsman compact medium, and on the other side I have my Spartan bipod with the longer legs. Very excellent to shoot in uneven conditions, and this pocket goes right down to the bottom, so very excellent option. And the main bag, I have 2 compression straps on it. So, and I have a Stubai telescopic ice axe. I just burn that. I carry one just in case I want to get an animal down and then carry on the carryouts. So as for the bag, it has a center zipper. I can flay the bag open to get full access. I have a cup and stove. Kifaru Pulsables pouch has my first aid kit, fire starting kit, and just some other accessories. Glass and mitts. This is a Sitka heavyweight hoodie, a bag of food, my kill kit, Stone Glacier low dry bag, and this is a Snug Pack Special Forces bivvy. This goes excellent with a slick bag for sure. I got a dry bag, and that's it. So it has a chamber pocket like most Kifaru bags, and it has a bladder sleeve here with a tri-slide that you go through your bladder and through this loop. The Fulcrum has Smalley all along the bottom of the bag here. I use this for, I got their gun bearer system here. I'm not carrying a weapon right now, so I got my kill kit right here. And then this is a large belt pouch and this is a medium. Carry my rain fly, toilet paper, wet wipes, and on the belt I have a small pouch here I use for a whistle, a wind check, and a bit of snacks, so I can get that on the trail. And on my other side I have their Gen 2 water bottle pouch, which I find works a little bit better than the first generation. It's easier to get it in, and it works as a stash pocket. So the one downside to this bag is, first off, it has quite a lot of straps and can be confusing to some people that are not used to it. So practicing web management is key, because you got like 3 feet of, that's what I was talking about. Like Kifaru don't cheap out on the straps. Like, they give you extra length because they know it comes in handy, right? I don't think you can have too long of straps. You can always cut them off or whatever you need to do. But for the versatility of this bag, from going from a day hunt to 14-day hunt, and you can take the bag off the frame and use the load shelf. So that's in sleek day mode there. So when you take the bag off the frame, you disconnect the load lifters from the bag. You go around, you disconnect the compression straps. And then you loosen up the bottom. You have delta straps going to the waist belt. And then you have internal locking straps that you loosen that tighten down the bag to the frame, similar to like all the other bags. And that comes off. As you see, this is pretty much a skeletonized duplex frame. Doesn't have anything in the middle here. For contortion, it's actually pretty stiff. I was kind of worried about it because I was looking at this, but it definitely doesn't flex as much as the other duplex. Going downwards is very sturdy. They make it a little easier to adjust your straps here. A little better than the duplex hunter. The lumbar pad is held in by Velcro and can be moved a little bit. So I find that Kifaru definitely is very compliant, made in the US. It's very expensive. It's definitely you're paying for the material, you're paying for the American workmanship. But there's a backed by 100% warranty. So this bag, this frame, all the other stuff I have from Kifaru, if anything happens to it, within reason, they'll definitely repair or replace it, depending on what happens to it. Like, it's my own dumbass fault. I can definitely have to pay for repair. A great option. I have the Kifaru Muskeg 7000. I like that because of the fabric is X-Pack, so it's definitely waterproof. And this I like because it's versatile. So it can be used as a day, weekend, expedition, 10-14-day hunt. This thing will carry everything you need and more. So very excellent option. And just to summarize this video, I believe that Kifaru and the Mystery Ranch are better options for bigger, bulkier equipment. Like if you have synthetic or down, you have a bigger shelter or insulation, stuff like that, that's going to take up a lot of room in your pack. So if you got everything dialed in, you're using down or quilts or one-person tents or whatever, the Stone Glacier and the Exo are good options for that, because there are taller and slimmer designs, so you have to play Tetris and fill it up as best you can. All of them can carry, I would say, 500 pounds or more easily, more than anybody can carry. All depends on your body type, your personal preference. I'm going to keep the Kifaru and Stone Glacier just because I have those dialed in very well for my needs. The Sky Guide 7900 is my backup to my Kifaru Muskeg. So those are for my extended trips. For my day hunts, it's going to be the Fulcrum or my solo 3600, depending on which one I want to use that day. Or if someone comes out with me, I can lend them a pack. So I will be selling the Exo just because I find the bag shifts more than I like, and the lumbar pad's a little too soft for my liking, and the straps are a little short for my liking as well. The Mystery Ranch Metcalf is comfortable, it holds the weight, very secure. I just find that I don't use it enough and that someone else may use it, so I'm going to definitely sell that. So if you have any questions, comments, please give me a shout. Thank you for watching.